They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They go play action. Now Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, this defense going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw pulled in by Robinson here. Touchdown! Demarcus Robinson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tucker Roll, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one people remember. But I also know this. In Miami, The infamous one, the snowplow game in New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82, and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They go play action now. Roethlisberger. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Boy, took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here comes Cobb. A solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yo, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Here comes Cobb. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season, in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year two. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Butker is on target, and with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Johnson's got it complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
Yeah, great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Working with a 2nd and 3. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Hill. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. 2nd and 8. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Any team that runs the toss and runs it successfully, that means they win the battle on the edges. That means you seal the edge in order to let your back get to the corner. They got it done there for a very nice game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. He had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Rolling to his left. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mike Burton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And I guess that's where you turn on 4th and goal to your muscle back there. Hand him the football. He does the dirty work.
I think you're asking a lot of your defense there, right? Having to make the stand, having to prepare for just about any type of play to be called, and then here comes the power right at you. On that play, the big man got into the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
To throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
Yeah, and that was sheer determination right there. He decided before the play, if there was a sliver, he was going to take advantage of it. Look the ball in, turned on the jets, and took it all the way.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Roethlisberger looking to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass, hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 2-point lead in hand, they may not do anything too aggressive here. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man complete. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around. Butker on for the PAT. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score. Chiefs 28,
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. Open man here is Gentry. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger. He gets it left side to Johnson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Second and 5 at the 44-yard line.
2nd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his target, Harris. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This from 54 yards away. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. Returnable for Dorsett. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
They run again with Harris. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Roethlisberger now to throw on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. Well, that was pretty obvious. He didn't let him catch it.
Agreed, and what's hard is you make that long run downfield to try and cover it, but you got to locate the football as well.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage. Able to knock that one away.
Second and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Mike Remmers, right tackle, called for the infraction. Now after the holding call, here's second and 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. The Steelers now in the nickel here on third down. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Finding room to the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On third down, Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mahomes now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll buy some time right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Edwards-Helaire. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Returnable for Dorsett. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's Hill, complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And his throw here's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Mahomes again. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
On 2nd and goal, Roethlisberger. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 5.
Steelers 36, Chiefs 31.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Cobb. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Able to shake him off. Flushed out right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good. There, and it's 2nd down.
Akello Witherspoon on the coverage.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
got to get to the 23 here on third. Here's Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Mahomes. The quick slant caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Mahomes to throw. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy, because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. It's a squibber picked up around the 20. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. Well, it was looking like they were going to have the ball in good field position, but now with that fumble, they don't have the football at all.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to imagine what he was thinking there, though, right? I can take this one, break it, go for a big one right here. But you and I both know, always protect the football is the #1 mantra for a kick returner.
It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Kansas City, their hopes of a winning campaign stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they lose their 9th game on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.